are literally a genius. Thank you so much. I don't think you understand. In just a day, the intent behind making content for myself as an archive is already just changing something in my brain chemistry, because I went from just lying in bed, not wanting to like move, because every being, like every atom, well, I so sour. Sorry, my fruit looked too good to not eat them, and then now I forgot what I was saying. For example, this. I wouldn't even go and grab a piece of fruit, let alone make myself like a whole fruit bowl. And I've added a bit of yogurt as well. This is a genius way with short-term memory to be able to communicate with myself. Not only is it making me more productive than I ever thought possible, I'm spending way less time trying to figure out what happened the day before, because I'm documenting it. I'm even documenting myself eat whilst talking and telling a story. The productivity of even getting ready, even if it's not fully ready, I'm getting in the shower, dry brushing, applying body lotion, just taking time to have self-care physically and mentally. Cleaning, decluttering. My phone died. Not died, the memory went. So yeah, I'm more than proud of myself, and I think it would be so nice for my grandparents, the stuff that I've achieved today, and the idea of all the creative things that I've been good at throughout my life. I never thought that I'd specifically go down this route, but I've started a project and I am really motivated and know it's going to be successful, and I can't wait to go on that journey. And hopefully I'll do content separate to this that will be for an audience in regards to that project, and this can work as a practice talking to myself. It's developing communication skills, people think that content creating isn't a job, but God, it is hard work. And I'm not technically at this precise moment creating for anyone. If anyone comes across it and finds it relatable, this is so strange, I don't normally mix. I'm going to get stressed that things are touching now, but I'd run out of all my separating plates are in the dishwasher. I don't know if these are very opposing flavours. You've got pomegranate, you've got vanilla yogurt with the little balls, mango blackberries and watermelon. For the first time in a very long time, the emotion I'm experiencing is excited and emotion. Sad, scared, lonely, happy. Yeah, I think excited is an emotion. I can't wait. I think everything's gonna be more than okay. I think it's gonna be great. I think I'm gonna get everything I ever wanted. In fact, I know I'm gonna come back to this precise video a year from now and find it funny that it's the video where I've mixed the fruit and it's all touching and it's causing me a little bit of stress. But know that this is so minimal and everything's achievable. Even if you have a brain that makes a big deal of things. And others may feel you're overreacting or misbehaving or weird. When actually, you're just eccentric. You're exceptional. So, I was clearing up and I tried to get the stain out of them trainers. Whatever was on that red light district now. The mud that's there is just not coming off it. I thought it was the canal water. That was funny. I can't remember what year I went, and I remember bits and pieces. But I think a lot of people just remember bits and pieces when it comes to Amsterdam. I either go to a gentleman's club and the owner or the manager put on a different type of music to see me dance the style that I do, and all the girls in there were like cheering me on, and I just found it quite comical because I just sat there with my friends and I was the only girl in there. There was one girl, she looked like Penelope Cruz. Memories. I don't know if my brain shut down because I had so much horrific things happening. Maybe it's also a consequence of trauma and a coping strategy. It's shutting down to, it's afraid of memories, but I think learning through watching the videos of myself yesterday and seeing myself smile at things that I was remembering, and even today, I feel I'm not so broken after all. It's a development. All of us humans, we're just developing every day. pomegranate mixed with the balls and the yogurt. Wow, that combination is actually really, really good. See, you don't like mixing things, but you don't know unless you try. Like, normally if a certain, like, liquidy type thing would touch us, I don't really like sauces. I've only just recently found dips, and I like some. I don't like hummus, but red pepper hummus. The 6-year-old me, that my mum had to just make chicken nuggets or fish fingers or chicken dinners, but without most of the vegetables, forced me to actually eat 5 fruit or veg a day. Not forced, no. I didn't go through any but if I didn't eat 5 fruit and veg a day, I wasn't allowed a treat. I wasn't allowed a dessert. And I love chocolate. Obsessed with chocolate. That's the thing. Easter. That's when you know you are rich. When it comes to Easter. I think I loved Easter out of all the holidays more than my birthday, more than Christmas, because it's chocolate. I've not really ate that much chocolate since a while, but you know you're rich when it comes to Easter because of how many eggs you get. And I don't mean rich as in money and the amount that's spent on you. I mean how many family members you have or friends you have is acquainted in how many eggs you have. And oh, I didn't want this. So emotional. I was about to make it comical then, just be like, yeah, I was just sad that I only got a couple of eggs, so I only had a little bit of chocolate this year. No, it's symbolic to also loved ones that are no longer there. My grandma is Scottish, and I'm just hearing the way she would pronounce Easter and we. Speaking of fruit bowls, for dessert, my granddad was big on, because my granddad was a cook in the house. For dessert, he'd always have fruit. It'd be like 2 nectarines, because I didn't like peach. Peach had fuzzy hairs on it and I couldn't stand to touch it. Maybe put 2 like nectarines in, or 2 plums. I always found them too sour. I'd always get in trouble for not eating my fruits. Or 2 kiwis again. Had to be peeled because of the fuzz and chopped. He loved putting Mackey's ice cream, Scottish ice cream, with meringue and strawberries. That was one of my favourites. As I grow older, I ate less and less. I'd give anything to just have one of his fruit bowl desserts. I realise now, because he had diabetes, he wanted to have cake and stuff. And if my grandma brought actual desserts, he would eat them all, not share them. I'm getting emotional because I'm not used to memories this vivid of coming back. When I play music, certain kinds of music, it helps. Classical FM helps remind me of them. But I think you get videos taken down if it's... These are really sour. It makes me think the concept of sweets, when you can get the same experience, but it's unexpected because one's sweet, then one's sour, and then one's a bit squishy and mushy. You don't never know what you're getting, it's not guaranteed. It'd be cool if there was like a little device that could tell you which ones are which when it comes to berries. Sweets are just the flavour of the fruit mimicking. When did that become a thing? Why was I, like, when I had the freedom to be able to go to a shop, so obsessed with like gummies and sugar. This is really nice, even though it's you. You're enough, and I enjoy your company, and I'm really grateful that you're doing this. It's dribbled. It's less lonely. I feel like I'm sat here with someone. One day I want to go to Japan. Well, one day I want to travel to most countries there is in the world, if not every. Not I want to, I will. Because Japan has a lot of robot themed places as well that I'd love to see. That's the only thing with fruit. A seed's just gone in between my teeth. And I know that's gonna be stuck there. I'm gonna get a toothpick. That's gonna be stuck there. I can't wait to continue in my project. I am so excited. And to know I've thought of this, I just hope I don't forget it. I can't, I've emailed it to myself. Check your emails. When you wake up, check your emails. If you remember to watch this. When you watch this, check your emails. You're starting something amazing. Continue with it. Remember, your life's not over. You're 32. The guy that wasn't the guy that created KFC in his later years of life. So was J.K. Rowling. So were many successful people. You should still look at yourself now as youth. No, comparing it to every socials you have. All filters and everything. Like, I'm not used to seeing my own face. Before, even from the memory I remember me being 25, I was still using Snapchat filters. So to watch these videos back is very humbling. To see how tired and wow. But you're beautiful. As long as you believe you are. got my tea again. But it's far too hot. Yeah. So I'll consume that. Probably not on this video. I feel like I was upset because I was always chasing, running after, like, not when will I ever be content. It was like time was taken from me, and that I was feeling I was never going to be content because dreams were out of reach and life circumstances I thought would prevent that forever. I'm going to end this conversation today with everything I thought I didn't achieve, I desperately wanted for my life. I now know none of those things, those paths weren't meant for me, for a fact. You know this. And when you check your email, you'll know this. And to end this, Granny said, what's for you won't go by you. I hear her now. Keep going. Ooh. And I'm going to say, I'll see you in a wee while. Until tomorrow. See you later.